NBC, I have the pitch for you. It's called Cul-de-Sac. It's following four families in a cul-de-sac, the Moyers, the Garcias, and the Williams, who had been there before, and the Cunninghams, who have just moved. And it is going to be a doozy because it's going to follow the way that the Cunninghams come in and just dishevel all of the social hierarchy of the three families that had existed before. These families all have kids between the ages of 5 and 13, and they already kind of like have these established relationships. For example, Marisol Garcia, she is the PTA president. She's planning on rerunning. Barry Johnson is a stay-at-home dad. He is always talking about how he loves how his husband is like a hotshot lawyer and does all these things. And Corey Williams is always the jokester of the group, keeping things moving, keeping things light. However, when the Cunninghams come in, they find out that Bob Cunningham, the husband, is also a hotshot lawyer, and that Mary Cunningham is wanting to run for the PTA presidency. And once they find out that at their annual barbecue that happens right before the first day of school, all havoc breaks loose. It becomes a competition between the parents and the kids. There are all-out fights at school of passive aggression, but also, just complete anarchy in obvious public incidents. In addition to that, the kids will also get involved. There'll be like basketball tournaments that get, a little rough, and all these things that happen between the students will kind of fall into those families and those kids. So basically, it would be this like funny family comedy about how a new family is moving into the cul-de-sac and how that disrupts basically the suburban hierarchy of a cul-de-sac. And lastly, basically the storyline of the entire plot would be just basically the wreaking of the havoc, and it would slowly build over time, and everything would be complete chaos and break apart until the very end when all of the kids get cast in the school play together. And then that would be an interesting segue into a potential season 2 where either the play could go entirely wrong or it could go right, and maybe they would start to like each other, but we'd have to see where it would go. Lastly, I think that this would also be really important for you guys at NBC, because I know that recently you have been trying to garner up your comedy library, because after The Office and Parks and Recreation and Community ended, it was a little hard getting back on your feet. I know that you picked up Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is a great comedy, very raunchy. I know you have The Good Place, which is also a family, it's a family-friendly comedy, and it's very nice. But I think you're missing a demographic. I think you're missing like the families that would be watching, in the Midwest and in suburbs, really, because of course The Good Place is a fantastic show. As is all of your other comedy series. I just think that you are missing basically what Modern Family has as their demographic. And because Modern Family is ending, it's in its last season, I think that you could really benefit from their high ratings going in to the following pilot season with a show like this, where suburban life is put at the forefront, where it's a family kind of comedy focused around the drama of the family that is in reality funny. Anyway, my name is Emma Ryan, and that was my pitch for Cul-de-Sac. I hope to hear from you soon.